Hey everybody, welcome to Pace Studio on the Road. We're in Chicago right now at Pallet Sound with Sarah Barrios. Sarah Barrios, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Man, we appreciate you taking the time to do this amidst the Lala chaos, the wonderful chaos that's happening here in this city right now. And thank you for your time. Thank you for your music. We're about to share a lot of it with the internet right now. What's happening first?
This first song we're going to play is called Love Songs. It is off of my very first EP. It's kind of that back and forth of just like meeting somebody and immediately falling in love with them and kind of feeling that freak out anxiety of, oh my God, I'm feeling a lot of things. I don't know what to do with it. So the song is called Love Songs.
Cool.
Last night I woke up and wrote down your name 7 times in my notebook. And my father said it's so hard to explain, but you know when you know it. I'm sick to my stomach, I'm bleeding, head over heels now, I'm barely sleeping. How did this happen? I can't believe how hard I felt. Hey, you make me wanna buy the songs, the candy hearts, the shooting stars, and oh my God, you make this feel like a rom-com, the pink balloons and roses too, and on and on. And it's hard enough that I feel it. Oh, why does it have to be real? You make me wanna buy the songs. Hey! And I really hate love songs. This morning I woke up and thought I had died. Yeah, I started to panic. And my father said it's just the butterflies. I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm sick to my stomach, I'm bleeding, head over heels now, I'm barely sleeping. How did I get here? I didn't see how hard I felt. Hey, you make me wanna buy the songs, the candy hearts, the shooting stars, and oh my God, you make this feel like a rom-com, the pink balloons and roses too, and on and on. And it's hard enough that I feel it. Oh, why does it have to be real? You make me wanna buy the songs, and I really hate love songs.
Sweet.
Woo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Man, thank you. You guys sound great together. Thanks for
Thank you
coming
so
here and
much.
doing this today. So I have heard you on the internet and in magazines say express an idea about like a discomfort with the idea that like love songs, that you deserve to be loved and have love and have comfort in your life. And hopefully, I mean, I hope for you personally that you're in a good place now and feel as though you do deserve that. Can you talk a little bit about that feeling and the way that you processed it in your music to feel like you do deserve love in your life?
Yeah, I'm someone who deals with pretty severe anxiety and depression. It's been something that's been a part of my existence for as long as I can remember. I just recently started going to therapy, which is pretty tight.
Good.
But I'm still kind of in the process. I think for a lot of people, learning to accept yourself is a very difficult thing, especially in the world that we live in, where we have social media and things where people kind of decide for us who we are as people. And I think that can make a lot of people really insecure. And I think for me, I'm still learning to accept myself so that I feel comfortable accepting love from other people and accepting friendships and making sure that I feel good about the life that I have. On the off chance this is the only one I get, I might as well enjoy it. So I'm still in the process of getting better with it, but I'm doing better than I was when I wrote love songs. So that's good.
Is music the main vehicle for you in your life to be able to work towards accepting love, or do you have any other routines and stuff that helps you to work towards that goal?
I mean, music is definitely a big piece of that, being able to kind of express my feelings in a way that doesn't necessarily feel super direct. I can kind of talk about them without being like, oh, okay, this is exactly how I'm feeling. I kind of trick myself out into expressing how I'm feeling. Therapy has been super helpful. I also am like a big book reader. That's been really nice, just being able to kind of escape into a different world. But I also journal a lot. That's been super helpful for me. Trying to make a routine of getting up every morning and spending like 5 minutes just writing in a journal, talking about exactly how I'm feeling. No one can judge it because the only person that's reading it is me. I don't ever read them back. I just kind of write what I'm feeling, stream of consciousness, and that really, really helps take the weight off a little bit.
Nice. Well, thank you for doing what you're doing. We love to amplify artists' voices who are doing important things and working through things. We appreciate you working
Thanks.
through these things right in front of us right now and
Thanks.
giving art back into the world. So it's a healthy way to do it. Thank you for doing it. And I think the next song, if my notes are correct, the next song you're going to do is a pretty direct expression of how you feel. The title of the song, anyway.
Yeah, this next song is called "I Hate Everyone."
Nice.
Ironically enough, I was watching Parks and Recreation. It's a show that I really like. And there are these two characters that are complete opposites. One is like a golden retriever puppy dog, and the other one hates pretty much everything. And they were getting married, and the angry character had said to the golden retriever was like, I pretty much hate everything, but I guess I don't hate you that much. And I was like, oh, that's kind of a like weird way of saying that I really enjoy you existing. And I was really inspired by it. And I've definitely been in situations where I've like had feelings for someone, and I'm like, damn, I was really hoping this wouldn't happen, and here we are. So I wrote a song about it. So this is called "I Hate Everyone." People, 'cause they make me roll my eyes. And it don't take a lot for me to leave a room without goodbyes. There's something about the way I don't wanna die when I'm with you. I guess I wouldn't be upset if you stuck around for good. Oh, I hate everyone but you. Nah, 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 nah. And it's got me so confused. Nah, 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 nah. Can't stand Cinderella, but fairy tales must come true. 'Cause I hate everyone but you. I don't usually want for a party, and I'd rather stay at home. But if you're gonna be there, I don't know, maybe I'll just go. Something about the way I kinda like when you're around. It's something about the way I don't feel like I'm gonna drown. Oh, I hate everyone but you. Nah, 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 nah. And this got me so confused. Nah, 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 nah. Can't stand Cinderella, but Thank you. Thank you.
Nice. That sounds great. You guys sound great together. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Sarah, can you talk a little bit about your origin, the way you got started with music? It sounds like, I mean, it's probably pretty common for people who grow up playing music to think to themselves, is this possible? Is this a viable career? Can I do this for a living, or is this just a thing that I like to do on the weekends? Do you remember, was there like a watershed moment for you where you knew, okay, this is going to be the career, or was it a gradual thing, or how did that work for you?
I started writing songs when I was like 13, but I grew up in a really small town, so I never thought that it was an actual thing that I could do. Like the idea of flying across the country. I grew up in Connecticut, so the idea of going all the way to Los Angeles to make music was just like completely foreign to me. But I remember when I was a freshman in college, I was like 19 years old, and I was going to school to be a teacher. And I remember my dad had said to me, you should do something that you love even when it's hard, because 90% of the time it's going to suck. And if you love it, then it won't suck as much. And I was like, okay, well, the one thing that's constantly there for me when things are hard is music. So maybe I should just try that and see if that works. And I played an open mic night at a like local restaurant. And I was freaking out. I like almost didn't do it. I was sitting at the table and I was like, oh, Dad, I'm not going to go up there. And he's like, you have to. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. And I did. And it was kind of like just really freeing. Like for some reason, the second I started playing, all of my anxiety kind of disappeared, and seeing like other people react to it and feel like I'm helping them with something, I think was really important to me. And I was like, okay, like this is something that makes me feel good, and also I think might be able to help other people. And if I can do both of those things, then it feels like the right option. So that was kind of the turning point for me. And then I literally haven't stopped since. So
nice. And here you are. I mean, we're doing this right
and
now.
Here we
and
are.
It's a career. It really is a real thing that people can do. I mean, it's not an easy thing to do. If you were able to say something to your 19-year-old self that might ease the transition or sort of help you to clarify whether or not it was a good path, do you have a piece of advice for your previous self?
That's a great question. I think two things. I would say don't take yourself too seriously. You want to have fun with it. It's very easy to kind of make this job into feeling like it's really, really a job, and it can be really stressful at times, but I try to keep myself in check by thinking of like, if I had a regular 9-to-5 job, I know I would be miserable. Like this is something that I love doing. And I also think just being yourself. I think there's a lot of different types of people, and I think there's a lot of competition thought process of you have to compete with other people, but I think everyone's unique in their own way, and everyone brings something different to the table. I think focusing on what you can do for yourself and what you can do for others is super important. So I would say be yourself and stop overthinking everything. Cool. I need to still take that advice. But
yeah, well, thank you for sharing. I mean, I'm sure that hopefully someone who's watching this right now is able to take that to heart and internalize it and use it for something. Thank you for doing this. We appreciate your time and your music and everything. And there's a lot more of it. What's happening third today?
This song is called Pretty in Pink. It is off my Conversations with Myself, my second EP. I wrote this one in London on a very rainy day, and I really just wanted to kind of capture a really different sound for the EP, and we actually wrote it and trashed it immediately. We thought it was the worst song that we've ever made. And we didn't pick it up for another 2 months, and I was in Sweden with the producer who produced it with me, Hampus, and we listened back to the song. We were like, hey, this actually doesn't suck. This is pretty cool. And now it's out, and it's one of my favorite songs that I've done. So this is called Pretty in Pink. Ready?
Cool.
Thought I was strange. What Converse to prom didn't match my day. Now 25 and I still haven't changed. I'm here, then I'm there. I changed my mind, I could change my head. And I don't get why everyone cares. My difference is more than a trend. I've been to hell and back again. Try labels on, but in the end I better off first myself. I got all these sides of me, nothing of them bother me. Why the hell I gotta be which one you wanna see? Showing every part of me's hard for society. I could tone it down, but they just don't wait for me. Tell me am I, tell me am I, don't need a reason why. Better and black, it's not black and white. 'Cause I still feel pretty in pink. Thought I was put my head in a bowl just to write a song. And I don't really see, but that's fine. I come and I go. I find out with everyone I know. And I can't help that I get too close. My difference is more than a trend. I've been to hell and back again. Try labels on, but in the end I better off face myself. I got all these sides of me, nothing of them bother me. Why the hell I gotta be which one you wanna see? Showing every part of me's hard for society. I could tone it down, but they just don't wait for me. Tell me am I, tell me am I, don't need a reason why. Better than that, it's not black and white. 'Cause I still feel pretty in pink. I'm doing everything my own way. Now 25 and I still haven't changed.
All right, thank you, Sarah. What is your background with music? So that and the chorus in particular of "Pretty in Pink" is it's unpredictable. Like those intervals are surprising and delightful, and
Nice.
seem like for a singer who maybe doesn't have a background in singing, that would be impossible. Are you trained that way? Are you church? Are you family? Or how did you come about?
I'm definitely
your
not
ability?
trained. My parents were in a band when they were in college. They played a lot of like house parties and festival things and weddings, big wedding family. So I feel like I kind of grew up with music constantly around the house. I feel like if I didn't like music, I would be very surprised. But I grew up with a lot of music around the house. My dad plays guitar and drums. My mom sings. And we used to do jam nights at all times. We listened to music 24/7. So I think that's kind of where it started. And then just kind of listening to music and hearing how different artists sing, I think was really inspiring to me. I was like, oh, that's cool. I wonder if I can do that. And then somewhere down the line, somebody else was like, doesn't sound bad. And I was like, cool, I can do it. So that's what I'm basing most of it off of.
That somebody said doesn't sound bad.
Somebody said it doesn't sound bad. I'm like, cool, I'm going to run with that.
Nice. Who were some of those artists who've been really important to you over the years in forming your musical vocabulary?
Hayley Williams from Paramore was definitely a big one for me. She's just such a badass and really, I think, delivers a nice balance between vulnerability and confidence, which I think is something I'm constantly trying to find the balance between. So she's been like kind of a light for me. But also, I grew up with a lot of Fleetwood Mac, so Stevie Nicks is a big deal. I love the way she kind of crafts a song and kind of makes it storytelling and enigmatic. And the Beatles, and kind of, I grew up with a lot of storytellers, and because I'm such a book nerd, I really like trying to craft a song that feels otherworldly. It kind of takes the listener somewhere else. So
Nice. Well, I think you're doing a really good job of riding that line between vulnerability and confidence. I mean,
Thanks.
The songs are vulnerable, but it's inherently confident that you're standing up here doing this in front of the cameras, and that you're playing
Thanks.
festivals, and you've chosen to do this for your life. So thank you for doing it in front of us right now. This is
Thank you.
absolutely delightful, and there's still one more song left. What's
Yes,
happening
there is.
last today?
This is my most recent single. I wrote this song based off of a book that I read. It is called The Fire of Stars, I believe, by Audrey Coulthurst, and it's, without spoiling a crazy amount, it is about this princess with magical powers who is supposed to be married to this prince, and then she meets his sister, and she ends up falling in love with the sister instead, which is very scandalous. And I just finished reading it, and I had that book depression where you're like, oh no, it's over. And I was like, I know, I'll write a song about it. So I wrote a song about it, and I kind of changed the storyline a little bit to kind of fit a more realistic approach. But this song is called Thank God You Introduced Me to Your Sister. Long title. You and your friends ain't as cool as you think. Fake laugh at your jokes and tell ya I need the drink. And I know that she this, and when she came through the kitchen, whip her back to the sink. I know I probably shouldn't, but it feels so good. I wanna die with her hands in my hair. Oh, I love the way she touches. I'm a mess, I don't care, and I kinda fucking love it, boy. You should've known I have a better time with her. Ooh, thank God you introduced me to your sister. She undressed me with her eyes, and somehow you didn't see. Put a hand on my thigh, felt like 100 degrees. Said I needed the bathroom, now we're up in a bedroom. With the lips on my neck, I know I probably shouldn't, but it feels so good, I wanna die with her hands in my hair. Oh, I love the way she touches, I'm a mess, I don't care, and I kinda fucking love it, boy. You should've known I have a better time with her. Ooh, thank God you introduced me to your sister. Nah, 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 with her hands in my hair. Oh, I love the way she touches. I'm a mess, I don't care, and I kinda fucking love it, boy. You should've known I have a better time with her. Ooh, thank God. With her hands in my hair. Oh, I love the way she touches. I'm a mess, I don't care, and I kinda fucking love it, boy. You should've known I have a better time with her. Ooh, thank God you introduced me to your sister. Nah, 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 hey.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for doing this. I have had a great time. I would be rather be nowhere else but here. Thank you, Sarah,
Thank you
for
so
coming
much.
and
Thank
doing
you for
this.
having us.
Yeah, of course. Travel safely, please, between all of your upcoming tour dates.
Thank
and
you.
Let's cross paths again in
Yes,
a
please.
year or whatever. We'll be doing this, and I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you again for all your music.
Likewise. Thank you so much for having us.
All right.